So this is me talking on the large diaphragm from about 8 to 10 inches away. I specifically wanted to do this test in this room, sitting back. However, then I read about what mics are good for what situations, and they're really meant for a studio where it's soundproofed and not like this bedroom where there's things bouncing off the walls and whatnot. So also now I'm going to switch to my lavalier mic, which I'm wearing right here. And hopefully it's, I'm talking kind of loud. It's hardwired into my iPhone. And what's nice about it is I can get up and draw on the whiteboard. I can be mobile. I can walk around outside, be quite far from the camera or any other visible microphone. And that's another great point, is I can swing this completely out of the way and be free and be talking and have my hands in your face, just so it can pick up some of the audio. Like if I'm talking, I'm going to keep kind of the same volume and talk right into it. It would probably be great for a podcast or something. I have a spit screen, so if I pop my syllabants, and it's a syllabant screen for saying, hey, things like purple potatoes. That's good for that. However, I want to, again, not have that be the focal point in the foreground. I want it to be like, don't see the mic, right? Like it's gone. If it's here, maybe it's way down here or something. And that's just really not what those microphones are meant for. Plus, it's still, quite obstructive. Is that the right word I'm looking for? I also have this boom arm that you really can't see. I'm trying to keep it off camera. But I mean, compared to a lavalier, you see all these guys have this, right? And on their podcasts and whatnot. And that's, it's great. I mean, it's pro equipment or whatever, right? But like, you don't need it. I mean, do people want to see your fancy microphone, or they want to see your crazy hand gestures and your t-shirt and whatever? I don't know. So what I'm saying is, I mean, what I don't like is this arm, what you don't see about this arm, right? I mean, you see all that. So not only you got all that metal and mechanics clamped to your desk, but it's also on, I should have said in my face, it's also clamped to my desk, and couldn't have on the right because it was interfering with the mouse hand if I want to show you tutorials on a computer. And it's right on my left side now, so it's kind of, blocking my arm there. Now, with that said, I mean, again, it would be great for tutorials on the computer maybe where, but I want consistency. When I'm talking, I plan on talking like this, and then I'm going to switch to the computer. And I don't want it to go from, let's say I'm doing the lavalier mic, switch to the lavalier. If I'm going lavalier mic and talking all this time, hey, lavalier, and then, then I switch to the screen, and since you don't have to look at me, I'm talking right into the mic, and it sounds like this, and it's quite a bit different than when you're talking lavalier. Like, it's going to be kind of weird for you. And I'd much rather have that experience where it's, just this, it's consistent. Again, and this is the best part. This is the Rode SmartLAV mic. I've had it for years. It's built like a tank. It's about $70, something like that. You could probably get on sale. Wanted to give you guys a demo of these different mics because some people may have microphones from when they were in a band like myself, and they may have different types of mics. So let's try that out. Let's go through the other kinds of mics we have. We have a Shure SM57. It's a famous condenser microphone. So the thing that the large diaphragms, like I said, are pick up noise. I have the heater running right now. So I'm going to shut up for 10 seconds. Tell me if you could hear the heater running. I hear it, but I don't know if you guys can. So supposedly condensers are better for blocking out outside noise. That's why you have condenser mics such as these that are used on stage a lot. These are usually miking instruments, and this is it's a Shure, but it's not actually an SM58, but it's kind of a cheaper mimic of the SM58. But each of these are, even the SM58, SM57, you could find them anywhere. They're built like tanks. They're about $100 each. And this has a built-in pop filter or air, screen. This does not. So that's the big difference and why you see Shure SM57s miking instruments and why you see SM58s that are used for vocal mics, because there is a windscreen or pop filter kind of built into this head. All right, well, I do have phantom power on now. I don't know if it needs it. This mic, which I'm talking on now and have been, and the lavalier mic, which is, again, right here and gives me complete freedom from walking around and stuff like that. So although I do think these little booms are neato, I don't know if they're really that useful, since they're almost always in the camera shot. Like hey, maybe this is okay. Maybe this works for you if you got a mic. This is actually going through a preamp with phantom power and a recording software. Much more complicated than just going to your phone or going right into the DSLR or whatever camera you're using to film. Again, I showed you this method where you could just have the mic and this and something to hold it, some kind of stand. Between that microphone on the stand, going A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 6, 3, 2, 1. Why didn't I just count to 10? And the smart mic, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. There you go. We got another mic to try. We're going to go to the Shure SM57. Since I'm not going to be right on it, it might be a good choice. It is live now, I think. Is it tracking? Yeah. If I sit back, we have it about at the same spot. It's a little less obtrusive. It's harder it's smaller, but I'm just thinking the best setup if you're going to do one of these is maybe an overhead that's like right out of the picture. The heat just kicked on again. So tell me if you can hear the fan. I will shut up for 10 seconds. All right. And I'm really doing this experiment for myself, but I might share it just because. But did I do the 1, 2, 3 on that microphone and then switch to the lav and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, that one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go to the blue snowball. I should do the camera mic. If you go on the camera mic right now, let's do that. And you could hear how noisy it is, especially if you let the autofocus kick in. You hear that clicking? That's the autofocus on the camera. You gotta get an external mic. So then where I really want it was to be sitting back here like this so that it's kind of out of the way, right? Like it's down out of the way. You don't really see it. You might wonder, oh, what's that shiny thing in front of him? But really, I want to not think about it. I want to not worry about the microphone, and I don't want people seeing it. I want it to be the focal point. And you could even see the arm here, which I think is stupid. So I'm going to go on the snowball. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then switching to the SmartLAV for a comparison or a control, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, back on the snowball, I'm going to say, hey, it's a shiny snowball. It's about 8 to 10 inches from my face, a little bit below my mouth, versus go back to the SmartLAV and I'd say, well, that's on my shirt. If I move too much, it might rub on the clothing and have, DJ scratching noises. So you don't want that either. But if you have the right clothing, like a collar, or spend a little more time putting it on than I did, you can get it to kind of stand out away from your shirt so it doesn't rub and stuff like that, because that will be very annoying and you won't know it until you're in post. Let's get that out of my face. But I'm telling you, I like this freedom where nothing's here, knowing I can unbolt that, stop hitting the clamp under there. Let's do one more test. The heater kicked on again. I'm going to put this poor thing back. I keep ripping on it. Right about where it was. And we're going to listen for the heater now because it kicked on. I'll shut up for 10 seconds. All right, I wasn't really counting, but that seemed like 10 seconds. So I hope this helped you guys out, and tell me which of the microphone you think sounded best. All right, guys, Well, if I do publish this, thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you soon.